Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to our Aftermath playthrough here on the Meeple Marathon. A few housekeeping items from the end of the last episode. First of all, I just wanted to point out how awesome it is that, these are the cards that I pulled from the special box. I forget what it's called, but the Mender's Hut and the workshop, these are the two items that we have purchased, and if you look at it, they basically kind of overlay here on this page, and so you can see that we're actually like improving our setup here. So I just thought that was so awesome that as I build all of them, all of these are going to be built out, and the end scenario is just going to look cool. Obviously these aren't permanent because I'm going to flip this page here in just a second, but I just thought you guys might like to see that. With the workshop came blade bikes, so in the future we will be able to use these to fast travel on our upcoming mission. That is not an option, so I'm just going to set those off to the side here. The mission that I did choose for this scenario is the next mission in the house hunting setup. So we did 8A last time, so we're doing 8B, and our side mission is going to be forage the area because our food here is at 0 and we have a population of 12 that we need to feed. So forage the area is our side mission. This will be our main mission, so you can see that we'll be headed for C2, so Northbend here, and we can only travel on foot. So we're going to be scouting a house near Northbend, so we can either go down 1, 2, that's probably the direction I'll go since I've seen these already. We've got 3 time to get there, so that's pretty standard, and we'll forage the area along the way. All gear prize or scrap prize tokens will be treated as food instead. So yeah, that will be our mission. I'm going to set this somewhere off to the side here just for a minute. And the last thing was that I earned some upgrades from for all of my characters at the end of last scenario. So Knows It, aka Ringer, gained 2 because he upgraded the workshop. So for Knows It, I did Feral's Stare, which is going to allow him to use the ability, if the situation is hostile, he can remove the bottom threat card on his turn, so it can actually push back the threat and make us pull another one. So I thought that was just too good a one to pass up. Also, he's going to get be able to reduce the difficulty of a range test by 3. Again, he's got to have white cards, 2 white cards or 1 white card to be able to use these. For Grumple here, we're going to be able to discard our search tokens to turn them into +2 cheese. So maybe I should have brought her along for this one. For Whisper here, she's got odd ones, so she's basically going to be able to spring forward and then get a +2 on her melee attack unless she's trapped. So I am bringing Whisper along with me here, so I'm going to tuck this down over here. Move all this stuff out of the shot. And for Meziah here, Crack Shot, if he's got 3 white cards, he can just straight inflict 1 wound on anybody within line of sight. He becomes marked, but I'm not too worried about that. So again, it is 3 white cards, so it's somewhat expensive. So all right, so our mission goal here is to have a number of food equal or higher than the mission. If it is main mission equals 3, main on foot. Okay, so these are all for the main. So I guess I essentially am just looking at this as the side goal. All right. And then this last one is really just scout a house in the area of Northbend, C2. If I'm successful, I read that, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let us start off by sticking those up there, and we are going to start off by going to Abigail Lane Parkway, which will be 41. So I'm going to move this off out of the way now. And let's find page 41 and get started. All right, so this is the mean street again. We saw this in the last video, but essentially it represents kind of what all the streets look like. So we need to tick up our time to 1, red metal box. We've read all this before. Place characters on the start space, which is here behind the metal box. And place tokens as indicated. So let's give all these here a shuffle. Remember, we are just trying to get as much food as possible, so we're gonna have to do a lot of foraging along the way. There's one here, there's 2 up here, 2 over here. Okay. All right, so we have already read 1s and 2s. If we come back here, mission 13 or 14, we can actually go down the manhole. And then up here, we are on a 2, so you spot something useful, draw an item card when we get right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle these up real quick. And figure out who is going to be joining us on the map. All right, situation hostile. Roaches again. Jesus Christmas. Number of roaches equals the number of characters times 2. So we need 4 roaches. It is hostile here, and they are starting up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So there we go. And let's find our roaches card. I'm really just tired of the roaches, personally. Okay. Alright, so they go up here in the top slot. And again, they activate together. So, and there is no reward for this. So it's kind of a bummer. They're just kind of in the way. And the situation is hostile. So we'll put that up there like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Meziah has Tattered Scarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is going to give him 6 starting cards. Whisper still at 5. Okay, so let's see. Meziah here has got a pretty decent amount. I want to save this for searching. What happened to my search token here? Did I get rid of that? Did I lose that? Oh well. Okay. I want to save this to be able to search, so I just need a 2 movement to get over there. Oh boy. I would love to save this for that, so maybe we will just go ahead and 1 and 1. Yeah. Okay. So let's spend 1 and then 1. Move Meziah over here. Then we will initiate search. Okay, so he's got +1, so maybe I will save this. So now we're at a 3. Alright, so keep these handy. Alright, perfect. We passed. Put these over here. And a discard pile. So what did we get? We got 2 gear. So 2 gear become 2 food instead. So perfect. Those get discarded. Alright, so what else can I do with this? I could shoot one of these guys. Start this off as a green, and then I'd get this green bonus, which is 4. They just have a defense of 3. I could shoot them from here, and then maybe use this one to bump it up. Because I started white, so I can finish white. So that would be 4, 5 against them. It's already hostile, so they've got a shield of 3. So I'm +1, they're +6, so 6 to 6. That's good enough to take out one of them. All right. So I think I will hold on to this card just in case. Yeah. Technically should not have drawn for Whisper yet. Do I want to give Whisper anything? I don't think so. We'll just hold on to that. All right. So here's Whisper's hand. Lots of melee. We can use this paired with these other ones to do some searching. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, Whisper can basically cross any line however much she chooses. So if I spend that for 2, that got me around the corner, and this to get into this space over here. Then I'm going to start my search with this. 1, 2, 3. And I did it. So we'll just do this one first, and it's 2 food. So we're already up to 4. We're doing pretty good. And that was essentially all of her cards. All right, so back to Meziah. He needs 5. And let's see what he's got. Okay, so here is the one threat, and that means the roaches are going to activate at the end of this round. So what do I want to do here? I may pass off some of this here. Maybe I'll use this to move up 1. And then I'm going to use this. It's kind of overkill, but 3 and 5. Yeah, 3 and 5 should be good. All right, 4 to 4. So again, tie goes to me. All right, so that's good. Do I want to pass Whisper anything? Whisper's got +2, so I'm going to pass Whisper this one, and I'm going to save these 2 for myself. So there, now the roaches get to activate. So they only have one type of attack. All roaches move, then all roaches attack. So I guess really they're both going for me, so maybe I should have saved that one card. Yeah, we're gonna say I saved that. I should have paid attention to that better. Okay, so they can move to no range. They're attacking for X +2, where X equals the number of roaches in that space. So they're attacking me for 4. I am going to... Okay, so they attack me all at the same time. Okay, so it really just depends. The more I reduce their numbers, the less they attack. All right, so if I defend for 3 here, yeah. 3 to their 4. All right, +3, so I defended it. Nothing from the roaches. Okay, so now they go back up here again because they're still active, and Whisper's gonna get 5 cards. All right. Okay, so it really doesn't matter because they only have 1 attack, so the roaches are gonna go again at the end of this. Oh, tumble or spring would have been nice. Use when being attacked by an enemy in your space. Remove all negative status. No. So I cannot use any of this. But I can come in and be the target of the attack. So, all right, let's use this first to try and pick up this item before we move. Whoops, I only needed that. So that's a tie again, and 2 more food. 1, 2, we're up to 6. Okay, then I will use this and this to go move, move. Fortunately, I cannot attack them because I needed both of those cards to move. And so then the roaches get to go again. So they're gonna come back out. They are gonna attack, we're gonna say Whisper this time. And Whisper, oh wait, I don't have a card, because this is a plus. Do I have a natural defense of 3, or do I have to play a card to start it? 1 second, I'm gonna check on that. Okay, so when first resolving a skill test, you must play an action card from your hand. So, yeah, I don't even know if I rolled dice here. I think I'm just going to take a hit. So we said that Whisper was taking it, which is fine. So Whisper will take that hit there. Keep these down here. Okay, so then they go back up here again. All right. So then that was Whisper's turn. We're back to Meziah here, who's got 1, we need 5. Okay, so again, another threat is coming out. These roaches are kind of obnoxious because they're all just 1 activation card. Okay, so I can go ahead and do this for 4 against them. Let's do that. 4 against 3. Okay, so that's 1 more. And do another one, same thing. I think I want to save this. All right, 4 against 3. Boom. No, I missed. Okay. Then I am, do I save this? 3 against 3, let's go at him. Let's just try and see if we can't knock him out here. +2, +1. All right, so that puts me higher than him because we were tied. So there we go. The roaches have been defeated. That comes off the board. And now we can relax a little. So I'm gonna use this, it's overkill, to come up here and then do a 2 + 1 -2, so I missed. So that was 3 against 2, I come down to 1. Okay. All right, so now Whisper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Calamity, Calamity, Calamity. Where's the Calamity space? Oh, 4+. All right, so my current time is 1, and I roll the die -2. Okay, so no Calamity. All right. So, I really don't have anything here. I'm just gonna go 1, 2. And this says, I'm on A2, you spot something useful, draw an item card. Okay. So let's see what the top item is. Spare ammo. Ignore low ammo effects on your items. So this will need a repair. So broken items that I have earned go over here. So I use those 2 cards. I'm gonna hold on to these just in case. All right, back over here to Meziah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's all of them. All right, so 2 more threat. So if we make it down to 2 more, we will draw another encounter card. Okay, so use before rolling any resolution dice for a skill test, reduce the difficulty of that skill test by 1 for each character in your space. Okay, so can't really use team focus here. Let's I'm gonna start this here. It's a 3 yellow, so I could go ahead and add this to it, but let's just take a shot. 3 against 2 +3. Okay, so we got 1 more. 2 food. Good, good. 6 to 8. And then let's... do I want to hold on to this? Let's just take a shot. If we roll a positive number here, we win. +1. Okay, so we did get this last one. It's 2 more food. So we are doing great here. We just need 2 more food to be successful in our side mission, and we'll hold on to these. Actually, no. I will go ahead and spend this one to move on to here. I believe I get to do this too, draw an item. So another spare ammo, that goes into there. Okay, and we are exiting the map. I'm just gonna shuffle these up real quick first. And these also get shuffled up, I believe, since we're leaving the area. All right. So exiting, when leaving, exit, move your party to an adjacent space on the travel map. So we are going to go to Gutter Doom next, which is 7. Just put that back, bring these guys back, whoops. And backtrack to page 7. Okay, Gutter Doom. This is the first time we've been to Gutter Doom. Very foreboding looking. Oh, Pinky, what's happening? One of the white mice squeaked in fright. It had been hours since the humans in lab coats had vanished, and staring at their empty shoes on the ground had yielded no results. I don't know, the lone rat mused. Give me a minute to think. The mice crowded around him anxiously. He was their guide and protector, and they trusted him. And Pinky thought hard, and he began to realize his mind was stronger and more effective than before. He eyed the burners across the room and their blue flames that hissed unabated, and he sniffed at the acrid smell of chemicals building in the air around them, and something in his mind clicked. We have to turn off those burners, he squeaked. Hurry, hurry. We must throw our weight against that side of the cage. Knock it to the floor. They did as he said, and slowly the cage began to inch toward the edge of the table. But they were too late. An explosion shook the lab, and a rolling fireball swept through the room. The mice squeaked in fright, but Pinky threw himself over them and grabbed each one that he could. The whistling flames struck the cage, and they were lifted and thrown through a window and out onto the street. The cage shattered, and the mice shrieked in terror and pain. But none shrieked louder than Pinky. He howled, his bulging eyes the color of blood, his fur and flesh burnt or melted away, and the mice wept for him. They grabbed hold of their friend and dragged him to the safety of a storm drain, and there they all disappeared into the darkness. And from the black pit, Pinky screamed with all the fury of hell. Woo! Go to page 9. Okay, so we'll be entering here. +1 time. All right. And you crawl through the grass on all fours until you see the stop sign that signals you are near the notorious entrance. The rusted sign, felled by calamity, blocks your path, but also provides cover. Meziah hops as high as he can, straight up in the air so he can glimpse over the post at the opening. Just some of those weird white meeklings, he hisses, ducking back down. Place the characters on the entrance space. Okay. Place tokens as indicated. All right, so there's one here, here, and here. Oh, and one in our space. So we'll put that one right there. Okay. Oh, retrieve mission card 5 and encounter 13 from the discovery deck. Okay. Discovery deck, that's what this thing's called. Mission card 5. Alliance, alliance, alliance. Okay, stinging surprise. Wait, that's not mission card, that's encounter card 13. Okay. The Sunless. Alright, and mission card 5. The Blighted. Okay. Alright. Got 13 from the discovery deck and add them to the bottom of their respective decks. Okay. Alright, so the Sightless go here. The Blighted are going to go up there in that box. I'll do that in a minute. Encounter equals the number of meeklings equals the number of characters minus 1. So just one meekling. Choose one of the following. Attack the weird meekling, go to E1. Sneak past them, go to E2. Okay, so let's just try and sneak past the fellow. Let's just pick who we're gonna be seeing here. All right, we've got regular, meekling, melee, the green one. So that's this guy. He goes right here, and it says, let's see, we're going to sneak past him, so the situation is safe. Sneak past him, go to E2. If the sentries are alerted, the situation becomes hostile. Okay, how do we know if the situation is safe and all? Okay. Environment card sentries. Okay, so that makes sense. I was like, how do we know if we alert the sentries here? But we gotta find an environment card called sentries. Okay, here we go. Attacking will alert the sentries unless it is with a silent weapon and defeats the target. Moving onto a space with one or more enemies will also alert the sentries unless all of the enemies on that space are defeated by the end of your perform action step. When moving, you must sneak. Sneak test. After ending a move action, if this character is not in a space with a hiding spot. Okay, which is only this space up here. So we gotta sneak all the way around here. I guess we could take a direct route, but add the total number value of the cards played on this move to the white die result. Add the total number value of the cards played in this move to the white die result. Okay, add the black die results to the number on the last threat card on the threat track. Compare your total as you would an opposed skill test. Success, you pass unseen. Failure, alert sentries. Okay. All right, so let me keep this handy so I can remember. And we just need to be doing some sneaking. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So what was even the point of attacking will alert the sentries unless it is silent. When moving, you must sneak. So do I even... So I drew a threat card here. Do I place it on him? Yes, I can go ahead and place it on him, and it can get up to 4 when it's safe. Okay. So yeah, I think that's how we're going to play it. It's got to get all the way down here before the situation becomes hostile. Okay. So... let's see here. I do want to try and pick this up, so I think we're going to start our action, explore action 2 and 1, so that's 3, and I get a +1. Here is 4, so I just need a positive number here. 0 is it, so I get 3 scrap, which is going to be 3 food instead. Okay, so I essentially have done it. So question is, do I want to try and just sneak past here? Yeah, let's just try and do that. I'm sure we'll come back to this page at some point or another. So then I see all white lines here, so I should be able to move one at a time. After ending a move action, if this character is not in a space with a hiding spot, roll both resolution. Actually, so I can go 1, 2, 3, and go 1, 2, 3. I'm now in a hiding spot. Okay, so that ends my turn. Situation continues to stay safe. All right, so Whisper now is up. She needs 3 more cards. Okay, Whisper can also just go boom, boom, boom. So yeah, let's save these and maybe that. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. She also ends up right here. All right, and then we'll go ahead and do a test against the 1, 3. So we just need positive numbers here, +1. All right, 2 more food, 15. Okay, and then let's read what the star says here. If the situation is safe and the sentries are still in place, read the following. Otherwise, discard the objective token without effect. Okay. The gecko. Oh, I should have one of these. Okay. The geckos haggle tensely with the guards, but a deal seems to get struck. One of the geckos retrieves a sack from the back of her blade bike, made from an old glove bound at the cuff with a rubber band. Something wiggles and squeaks within the sack. The geckos throw the bag to the guards, and the white mice hand the geckos a weapon made from a travel-sized can of Fashion Freeze hairspray, connected to a disposable lighter by a system of bendy straws and tape. The geckos test the weapon, spewing a gout of flame into the air and chirping in awe at the destructive power they hold. They leave satisfied. The white mice drag the squirming bag down into the joyless dark of the gutter doom. Remove all enemies from play, retrieve mission card 6 and encounter card 19 from the discovery deck, and add them to the bottom of their respective decks. Okay, so more cards here. Alright, so this was mission card 6, firepower, and encounter card 19, flaming lizards. Okay. So this goes to the bottom of the encounter deck. This goes in there. All right. So we did all that. Now I'm on the exit space. Move your party to any adjacent space on the travel mat. Oh, wait. I shouldn't have gotten here. I shouldn't have been able to... Should not have read all that. So I'm going to have to take this back and this back. Okay. If I had gone this direction, I would have come across that. So these are just going to go back into our discovery deck here in a little bit. And I just snuck past them. And these go away. All right. And that's that. Okay, so... This guy was not hostile. The situation stayed safe. So we just leave him be. All right. Now we are going to make it to our final destination, which is Northbend here. C2, which is going to be on page 57. Okay, cul-de-sac. Oh, +1 time. There's only one way to properly pick up a guinea pig. Mr. Hansen should have known better, explains Grumple as you walk in the shadow of a long string of parked cars with flattened tires. What did you do? Meziah asks. He loves hearing stories about the old world from before the calamity. Well, I squealed, of course, says Grumple with a sly expression. Then I bit him. You all stop in shock. What? I call fiddlesticks, says Ringer. How bad? Asks Whisper. How do you think I got the name Grumple? You all laugh at this, and for a moment you forget you're supposed to be sneaking. Across the street is a dilapidated house, its white paint flaked and chipping, and its roof sunken in. Maybe it is the banter, but to Meziah the dark windows and door make the place look like a skull. How did the human taste? Says Ringer. Gross, says Grumple, and she shivers. Alright, so we're coming in on this space right here. Place tokens, and we draw an encounter card. Okay, so boom, 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 and boom. All right, our exit is up here, and we're gonna draw Gecko Warband. Okay, situation hostile, gross. Setup, number of selected scale ones equals the number of characters, and we'll get 2 gears for loot. So find my scaled ones, which should be near the top here, and I need 2 of them. All right, so what did we get? 1 of each. So let's shuffle these up real quick and place this guy here. Gecko Hunter and Gecko Hunter. All right. So situation is hostile. Where are you? We need the square one. Not that it's that big of a deal. And this one, the one that looks like home plate. All right, so they are blocking our entrance. The scaled ones respect nature, Patch had told you, but they are haughty and hard to read. Okay, so let's see. Whisper finished us up last time, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Maybe we'll send Whisper down this way and Meziah up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meziah, uh-oh. All right, Calamity. Plus 5 plus, so we are at 3. So we're still safe, no Calamity. Okay, so that's good. And then this one goes up there. Okay, so Meziah has some stuff she could do here. Crack shot, or he. Let's see, I guess I will use 2 movement to go 1, 2 up here into hiding, and then I'm going to use this to take a shot with my bow. So they both have a shield of 6, so I've got 5. Ooh, 5. So let's go ahead and take it. So I need a positive result. Plus 2, there, we got it. All right, so it doesn't really matter, but we'll say we'll take out the gunner. Okay, so his card is removed from the board, but that means that the geckos are about to activate. So I'm just gonna hold on to these 2 for now, for Meziah. Okay. So, since the situation is hostile and I removed one of his mates, this gecko gets a turn. He is attacking at 1. He's got a movement of 3 with that, so he can go 1, 2, 3. Whoops, I was moving the wrong people around. Meziah should be up here. All right, and Whisper, who is able to start her defense, he's hitting for 6. So I can get to 3 by playing this. I can get to 5. So 5 to his 6. All right, and I defended it. So no attack from the Gecko Hunter. All right, so these all go away. This comes down here, and now it's Whisper's turn. So she gets 4 cards. And we drew another thing. So that's gonna go up there to him. What do we wanna do? We can save this for defense if we want. We can save anything for defense, really. Let's go ahead and, or I could just attack him here. This could give me 1, 2, 3 on a melee attack to his 6 shield. That's not getting it done. Oh, and I should have, Meziah down here used a toothpick crossbow, so I should have gotten a scrap for defeating an enemy with more than 5 defense. Okay, so choose a space up 2 spaces away and in line of sight. Use when being attacked by an enemy in your space. This attack automatically misses. Move your figure across a dashed line to an adjacent space. You cannot tumble if you are trapped. Okay, so I really cannot attack him yet. I can save this and tumble against him. So let's go ahead and use these two. Well, maybe I should save the red one. Let's use this to come up here. Use this just to take a shot at... I need the +2. Nope, I missed it. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to save those. So not a very effective hand. Because the gecko's going to go. Same thing. He will move right to here. And then he's going to attack for 6. But I am going to play Tumble. When being attacked, enemy in your space, attack enemy and misses, move your figure across a dashed line to an adjacent space. Okay, so I guess we'll just move right here. Now, let's move right here because I do want to come down and check out what this says. Or maybe not. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So there was Tumble, and we're back to Meziah's turn here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Meziah, no threat cards this time. It's got a lot of stuff, so I could go ahead and do track. Oh, I forgot to put a marked status effect on him. Marked. When activating an enemy, move it toward, and if possible, target this character. This character cannot benefit from... Oh. So, he should have actually gone after Meziah. So, I'm not going to go back now and redo all that, but removal when you receive a wound or you leave the map. Okay. So, I can go ahead and do Crack Shot again. Alright, which will take him out. Yes, I am marked, but that's fine. We can just roam around in peace now. Okay, so I did that. And now I need to get off of this space first, but do I want to start a thing, do a 3 and 3 here? Yeah, so I'll use these to explore. We are tied now, -2, I missed. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and use this to come down here, and I get to read number 1. If you are on A4, we are on C2. You stare across the weed-choked field at the old house and its sunken roof. I think there's anything left in there? Asks Ringer, not really expecting an answer. Retrieve mission card 16 and encounter card 22 from the discovery deck. Alright. So, what was it? Encounter card 22. I'm going to put 19 back while I'm in here. And mission card 16. So, Dead Tooth Gang. I'm going to put this one back while we're here. Alright. So, these will all go in their respective spots. Goes to the bottom. This one will go up here. All right. Add them both their respective decks. If you're on mission 8B, which we are, upon exiting this page, go to the success entry listed on your main mission card. Okay. So, oh, and this is safe now. We are safe. So, really, what else do we want to do on this map without, taking too much threat here? So, Meziah is going to use this then, just in case, to go 1, 2. You will end up on 2. There's an enormous elevated structure designed to support a train system. It curves gently as it looms over the street, casting a cool shadow. Graffiti can be seen on the concrete columns between the creeping vines of ivy. The garish colors feel almost cheerful. If this is your first time on this page, during this campaign, go to 57-2. Okay, trains used to take people to work, explains Grumple. Thousands of them would be stuffed inside the steel cars, getting their gross sweat all over each other. What were people like? Asks Whisper. Grumple shakes her shaggy head, noisy, busy, selfish, preoccupied, and angry, and they always smelled of sweat. But they could also be quite generous with their attention and affections. But honestly, how could critters like us ever truly know? Until the calamity, we were ignorant of most matters. Now we've inherited all the land, and we need to do better. Okay, so just a nice little note from that. Okay, so I'm on the exit space, so I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Okay, so Whisper now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4. Okay, so Whisper is playing with fire a little bit here. Okay, so we're gonna say she does that, moves up here, and then I'm just gonna hold on to these two. 1, 2, 3 more. Okay. All right, so Whisper can use this to hop up here. Then we read 3. Entry 3 says, "Hey, what's that? This is your first time on the page. I'm going to read 57.3. As you approach, you realize it's a skateboard that is being used as a makeshift shelter by a family of voles. Goodness, we had no idea you were living here. We mean you no harm. Convincing the voles to join your colony requires a group task difficulty of 12. Okay, so I don't think I'm really going to go there because then I wouldn't be able to feed everybody. So we're going to leave the voles there and come back another time because it would also just be me. And I'm going to spend these right now on one of the tokens. All right, so we got a clue. Perfect. Okay, I'll leave that there. So we're up to clue 3 now. This will just remind me to read that stuff. Okay, I think I'm kind of done here. So then I can use this. It really doesn't matter. Go 1, 2, and I'm out of here. All right, so we should be done with all this. Let's go to our... Should give myself 2 scrap for defeating the geckos. Mission goal, special setup, success, side effects. Okay, so I was successful in the side mission, so my morale goes up to 4. And here, success, read 9911. We have read this before, so I'm pretty sure it's just going to tell us to move on. All right. 9911, if all 3 house hunting mission cards are now in your banished deck box, read the following, otherwise skip to page 101. Okay. So banish this mission card. Okay, house hunting in Northbend will get banished. And then 101, colony phase. Okay, side mission. If successful, completed your side mission, resolve its success effects, otherwise resolve its fail effects. You added 1 clue to your dial during this mission. Read the entry that matches the number of clue on page 102. So let's do that real quick. So this is now our 3rd clue. Where did you find these? Tidbit asks, looking at the seeds spread out on the matchbox table. We had a run-in with the flea whisperer recently. Whisperer replies. He told us about this lavish garden infested with scaled ones. Well, I found these in the pocket of one of those geckos that tried to jump our claim. I'd like to see that, insists Grumple, not just for me. If we could get a garden growing in the backyard, our food stores would swell. Yes, but it would take a lot of water, Tidbit reminds her. There is much to consider. Retrieve mission card 10 from the discovery box and add it to the mission deck. Okay, lots of in and out of this box. Mission card 10, which is a garden for Grumple. Okay. All right, so that's it. Garden for Grumple. Going in with the missions. So let's come back here. Clue step, event step. While the characters are away on a mission, the colony is vulnerable. Subtract the time allowance listed on your mission card from the value 3 to 3, so that's 0. The difference is the number of events that befell the colony while you were gone. For each event, Go to the event page. So, all right. No events for me. We did good. Accounting step, feed population, food minus X. So we are going to have 3 food left over, but everybody's fed. All right. Build step, page 104 has a list of colony structures. We don't have a whole lot of. So this goes back. This goes back in there too. So 104. Okay, so here is just a closer look for future reference at the build step. And you can see there is nothing on here that we can build for our 4 scrap that we have. Technically, the garden can be built for free, but we are going to have to complete probably mission 10, which we just did unlock. So that could be the next mission we go on after we finish up with the series of 8s, which is probably the direction we'll go next. But we have already built the mender's hut and the workshop, so these were kind of Whisper and Grumple's thing. You know, the rest of these are just kind of all various things that are going to help you throughout the campaign. So it's kind of tough to decide which one we should really focus on next. So if you have any suggestions of where you think we should head in the build step in future playthroughs, please go ahead and leave a comment in the section below, and we'll take that into consideration. So for now, that is it for this playthrough for episode 3. So we'll see you back again for episode 4. Thanks again for watching.